Continuing the discussion of fear of intimacy, we got to the point of the anal phase, and I was talking about how if the parent is not available, or the anal or conservative or unexpressive type of a aloof father with his daughter, and then causing the problem with regard to then the daughter growing up, going after becoming very much wanting to be the best and to please everybody, and at the same time, after getting what she wants as far as the relationship that she's looking for and having people to like her, then having problem to express and to share that emotion because of not learning the reciprocity of the feelings being expressed back and forth from her to her father while she was brought up at ages of adolescent and childhood. And the son could have problems with regard to relationship with women if having problems with regard to his mother's depression, his mother's anger, his mother's explosiveness, cursing, putting down, not being able to control as far as the relationship between son and mother, which could cause a scenario of the son becoming very passive, very fearful of any relationship, looking into relationships that would be exactly like the relationship with his mother, becoming involved in a relationship of being demeaned, and then the consequences of drug and alcohol abuse and passive aggressive relationship, which kind of extends itself to the world altogether. Because we have to understand, fear of intimacy is not just being expressed towards relationship of two human beings. The symbolic representation of a relationship of a person, of a human being, with the world around them could be symbolically represented as the world being the mother who's aloof and depressed, and how the child learned how to react to that aloofness and depressed stage, and the father who was not available, and the daughter became very much pleasing. And then you see that in the business world, you would have situations of you just work on a daily basis in different kind of situations. The boss, the relationship of the person who's working in a corporation, how they try to be very pleasing. You have different kind of people around you. That some of them are very trying to be very pleasing. Yes, man. Everything has to be exactly done to make the boss to attend to them. And sometimes you have the boss who is a human being by himself or herself and was raised by a father or mother who were not attending, or depending on what has happened to his or her childhood, then react paradoxically and surprisingly very destructive to a yes man and a pleasing appeaser at the workplace, and people get a complete surprised reaction. Now we're going in a tangent. I just want to go back to a different phase. The other phase of the development of a child is the Oedipal phase. Oedipal phase begins from the ages of 4 years old, 5 years old, and basically the relationship of the son and daughter, in a sense, to their father and mother, in a way that there's a competition between the son with identifying with the father, trying to get the mother attention, and then in a sense try to learn how going after the person that he wants in the future to conquer. First scene, it is based on the relationship of the son between the son and father and mother, and then it's the complexity of that relationship, that is, if there is a son, and then in the Oedipal phase he is dealing with a father who is passive, depressed, resigned, alcoholic, isolated drug abuser, who's somehow out of the picture, and then the mother would become somehow the idealized and the object that is being conquered very easily, because the mother probably of this kind of condition is going to be more inclined to get attracted and busy with her children, and pay more time and spend time and get involved with them more, and therefore this is the ideal situation for the son. However, the guilt of destroying the father because of the passivity and depression of the